Hey everybody, this is Repeaton, and today we're going to be playing some more Killing Floor 2. Today we're going to be trying to spawn in the DLC weapons and just kind of give my opinions of them. So, first up we're going to try the Blunderbuss out, and I just have this set to endless on Suicidal, so let's get to playing this and see how well the Blunderbuss does. Blunderbuss. And then this should give it to me. Yep, I have a Blunderbuss now. Okay, so we got our Blunderbuss here. First round. Alright, I like the sights on it. Oh, hang on, I gotta get me some space. Okay. So the Blunderbuss holds 3 shots before you gotta reload it. Okay. Huh. Oh, and the rounds explode upon impact with the ground, not with impact with an enemy. That's interesting. Whoops, that's dynamite. I might blow myself up. Nope, I'm all good. See, right now, I like the look of it. I like these little canisters it pops out. The explosion mechanic is unique and different, which I like. And it seems to do a lot of damage so far. Alright, so the Blunderbuss is kind of expensive to buy. It can only be upgraded once. Let's see, what does it say? Primary launches a cannonball. Hold primary fire second for cannonball to explode. Explode on release. Oh! Alright, well let's try the alt fire on this then.
Wave 2.
This is what happens when
wave
nerds
2.
run the world. Look alive, Zed's paying us a visit.
Let's see. Okay, it has a decent bash. And it does well against crowds. That's not really too surprising though. Alright, what the heck is the secondary fire of this?
Here they come, party time.
Okay.
Sword off.
Oh, so this fires like a shotgun then. Okay.
Lead it off.
Huh.
And the Boston is
Resupply pod.
I like that you can shoot each shot very quickly if you use a primary, or if you use a secondary fire and then a primary fire, or vice versa.
I should get
Oh! The shrapnel does bounce, similar to the nail gun. Okay, that's interesting.
What's he got your attention?
It has a kind of a sporadic pattern, though. You know, the more I use this, the more I actually like the close range damage. Because that's
Sword off.
kind of one of the places where Demo struggles. Is if anything gets close to you, your explosive weapons generally don't do anything. And you obviously don't want to be popping dynamite at that range.
And that's
It seems to work just fine on EDRs. That's interesting. Alright, so the Blunderbuss weighs 7 pounds. It's also a support weapon, which makes sense for its shotgun capability. Maybe we're going to have to try it on support too in a little bit. I'll do the first 5 waves with demo, then we'll do the next 5 waves with support. And we'll just keep the Blunderbuss and see how each of them do. Because right now the shotgun mode is not bad with demo. It's not overwhelmingly great though either. It seems like it's better just to lob the cannonballs at people rather than fire it as a shotgun. It seems perfectly fine for doing that against small enemies like that. And that might actually count as shotgun damage. I might just not have gotten some good hits on them.
Come on, get in.
It's also not bad for the ricochet.
You know me now.
It does seem kind of costly though, for just being able to do that. Again, when the cannonball just seems a little bit more reliable for demo. Alright, let's see how this works on a boss. Ah, King Fleshpound. This is a really good one to use. Alright, so I'm looking over some of the numbers too. And it looks like the cannonball has two different types of damage to it. It has the initial impact, like that, which just one-shot that man. I haven't upgraded this either. This is only on Suicidal, we are playing solo, but still. That's pretty impressive for it to be able to do that. Well, then again, this is the first boss in level 5. Never mind.
You know me now, don't you?
Okay, it also seems to have pretty high impact damage on it. Well, okay. A little bit of lag there, but well, I think I hurt myself more than he hurt me through that. Alright, and I'm still not getting experience for using this.
Great.
I'm going to use this a little bit longer on demo. Then we can switch over to support and see how that works. But this does do initial impact damage, which is set to always be the same against everything except for Skrakes, I believe. I believe Skrakes take increased damage from it. The shrapnel is counted as shotgun damage, though. And then, of course, the cannonball has the added explosive damage on top. It also has a lot of just direct impact stagger. Oh, hey! At close range, you can almost use this to defend yourself. Well, I mean, if things are directly on top of you. Again, maybe that's not the best use of it, and I'm pushing the wrong buttons again. Alright, now scream. I want to see if this works. Don't bite me, just scream. Okay, that does eat up the cannonball entirely. Alright, I wasn't sure.
Mostly got your attention, eh?
Alright, let's see if this can one-shot a Skrake.
We've got a siren!
Well, we know it can one-shot you. But I need to one-shot a Skrake.
You know
Not quite. Okay. I was wondering if this would be as strong as the RPG or not in terms of just direct impact damage. Let's see. I got some numbers pulled up here to see exactly what this is as of right now. It might change when the official comes out. But as of right now, the cannonball's direct impact damage is 300 damage when it hits. When it explodes, it does an additional 250 damage, and it has a 7-meter radius. It also has a 2-meter drop-off. Alright, so you can shoot the shrapnel at sirens while they are screaming, and it does not count as an explosive. I guess that's because it does count as pellets, like from a shotgun. So it shouldn't affect that. But as I was saying, the cannonball explosion radius is 7 meters, and then it drops off after 2 meters, I believe. So direct impact damage will do the most, and then it will do less as it goes a little bit further away. Oh, Matriarch! Last time I was playing this, people pointed out that I said she looked like a Big Daddy, and then she said, would you kindly die or something along those lines? I hadn't noticed that until I was editing. Maybe that's what it's a reference to.
This may result in electrolysis of your fluid.
Didn't like that, did you?
Okay, so the Blunderbuss is a little bit difficult to lob into buildings,
The human body is highly conductive.
but I feel if you're a demo main, it's not going to be that difficult, especially if you use like
So much lightning is a rather
the other grenade launchers.
Do I look concerned?
Come out,
Kindly.
No, I'm not gonna would you kindly anything.
Such blind stubbornness. Electricity has
I'm shot!
Alright, I was kind of hoping that the cannonballs would also bank off of
predictable. This is
surfaces, but it doesn't seem like they do.
Playing hide and seek.
armor experiment concluded. Come, my Eden.
You know me now, don't you?
Congenital idiot! I've recently gone through some changes.
Looks like we've got a sneaky one.
You can't see me, but I see you.
Didn't like
You're
that, did you?
outnumbered now.
Now this is getting annoying.
Okay,
Replacing
matriarch
advanced
down.
weapons.
Alright, let's switch over to support. Usually I go with Salvo here, but Fortitude would be fine too. Actually, let's go with Salvo.
It's resource intensive.
Oh, whoops, I did not mean to skip that.
Ooh,
That's kind of an
nice.
issue. I don't have any real bullets,
Some
or
people
guns
say
for
my
that
life
matter.
is in a rush.
Okay, well. Alright, faster reload is a little bit nice for this.
No.
Let's see. Oh, hang on, Scrake.
Ah! Ah!
Hmm.
Now, sawed off.
I'm gonna see how strong this gun is compared to the other shotguns. Because I'm thinking that 45 times 10 is higher than any of the other shotguns' base damage. Now that does come at a cost of having low DPS.
And the boss grenade takes
I guess not really low
pound.
DPS, but a low rate of fire.
Pound.
Oh, that's not good. Alright, well. Just toss a frag grenade there.
Just the first course.
Get rid of some of them. Let's see. Hmm.
That's no. Got some ammo here. Flesh pound.
Hang on.
Time for some work.
Yeah. Oh, I think I'm gonna die. This could have been avoided out of butt armor. Eh. Oh, I can't close that door either. Yeah.
And that's just the. That's gonna make a
Grenade
mess.
pistol on support, why not? No, well, it actually worked. Alright. Okay. Yeah, that kind of sucked. But I should try switching off the rapid reload perk and try the larger magazine. Because the reload seems nice with this one, the same way it seems nice with every shotgun.
Not close.
But since this loads from a clip,
Hope someone's
usually the
taking
guns that load from a clip are better suited to have just bigger clip size. Since their reload is pretty manageable and you reload everything all at once. This might be different depending on how many you get. Since it's a 50% increase, it should be... it holds 5 shots instead of 3. So it should round up. But then again, I don't know if this functions similar to like the Doomstick does, where the Doomstick does not fall under the
Not loving the underground.
rapid reload ability. I notice this thing's spread is pretty bad at long range. And it is true that I don't have tight choke, so I imagine its spread will be more manageable with that. But even so, this seems to have more spread than
Didn't like that, did you?
like even the double barrel does. Well, maybe. Yeah, it seems like it has a little bit more spread.
Damn it, Busty, move!
The double barrel has, I think, the most spread out of any of the shotguns base. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It makes it so you are going to be hitting your targets more often. And you're definitely going to be racking up more assists in standard games with other players. But you're not going to necessarily be doing as much damage unless you get in close. Alright, let's try switching this over to high-capacity magazines.
Spend your dosh and shut
Let's
up.
see. Okay, it does hold 5 shots.
There are
Alright.
plenty more squeaks.
So that might make high-capacity magazines better than the faster reload with this.
Found ammo.
Because whenever I do recommend a fast reload in any of the builds, people always do point out that you can reload cancel, you can reload faster that way than what the speed loader gives you. That being said, it's not always
Ammo here.
easy or consistent to cancel reloads so that you get them, especially for newer players, where it might just be easier for them to have a faster reload. But this thing
If you die too fast.
doesn't actually seem to have that strange of a reload to it. Let's pick another gun that actually gets, you know, buffs from this, being the HZ-12.
13.
Because, like, right now,
Who needs ammo?
that are in the base game, or weapons that are in the base game, shotgun-wise,
Just paying us a visit.
it's almost always better just to take the faster reload. Because if you're planning on taking the Doomstick or the Double Barrel,
Yet? I'll
you
sort
get
that.
no bonuses from just having a bigger magazine.
Dusted her.
So, like, if you're planning on taking either of those, it really doesn't matter. Also, with any of the shotguns that reload one shell at a time, it doesn't matter as much. It still does matter, but
Sword up.
mostly in that case, I'm usually shooting, you know, 1 to 5-ish shots with it, and then I'm just, like, reloading in between those. So the higher magazine isn't really that necessary, at least the way I play. If you don't like reloading, or if you and your team are coordinated to where you guys can just have overlapping fire, then it's not so bad to have a long reload, because then you'll have somebody else covering you. It doesn't really matter.
The Bostonator takes round one.
But I just find it easier to be more constantly reloading with those type of weapons, like the M4, the pump shotguns. Oops.
Not dead yet.
So, those are my opinions, but
Nasty looking scrape, boat.
okay.
He got your attention, eh?
I feel like also having 5 shots in this, since it does have such high damage, will make it a bit more consistent for fighting flesh pounds and stuff. Having 24 shots with the HC-12 is actually pretty nice. It makes the gun feel a lot more consistent than it is. I know this video is not about the HC-12, but I feel like it's a good companion for the Blunderbuss, at least until you get up to the point where you can hold both the Blunderbuss and the AA-12. I feel like the AA-12 is still going to be a better pick for most players than the Blunderbuss, until you can get both of them. And then just use the AA-12 for big stuff, or use the AA-12 for all the small stuff, and then use the Blunderbuss for big stuff. As well as the Blunderbuss could be good in certain maps like Prison,
How many shinier?
where you can lob the grenades of it pretty far and then just blow up crowds of small things so you can get extra cash that way. Alright, so now my thoughts overall of the Blunderbuss. Trying it out on both different classes was interesting. I feel like it's a better demo weapon than it is a support weapon, although I believe support can use it well too. It's a very fun weapon. I did enjoy using it. Its mechanics are a little bit odd. It takes a little bit getting used to. Having the ability to delay the cannonball blast is something that I was frequently forgetting to do. I'll probably have to use it more to get used to that, where you can shoot the cannonball, hit something, hold in the shot, and then release it to have the cannonball explode. I like that. I like that mechanic a lot. It makes it so you can kill things up close, still get a little bit of ways away, and then have it detonate with you taking minimal damage. That seems much better for demo than it does for support, because I did notice when the rounds went off near me that they did a lot of damage to me as support. So that's another reason why I would say it's better for demo than support. That being said, I think it's perfectly fine. I don't think it's going to be a meta-defining weapon or what's going to be considered an overpowered weapon anytime soon. I think it fits quite well as a tier 4 weapon. It's got decent weight. It's got pretty high damage. I do like that. It does have, I believe, the most damage of any single shot from a shotgun with the limited ammo and the limited rate of fire. And it does have more spread than most shotguns. So the builds I'd kind of recommend going with this if you're going to take the Blunderbuss, or builds you could kind of work into. You could always go with Blunderbuss and Kaboomstick, because Kaboomstick is really, really good. I've played Killing Floor a bit since it came out, and have just ended up falling more in love with that gun. The Kaboomstick is just really strong right now for demo. It's a really solid weapon. So that would be a good choice to go with. You could also go with an M16, which is always a good choice for demo as well, or the grenade pistol. Any of those are perfectly fine choices. Well, you don't necessarily need to upgrade the Blunderbuss for demo, so that does leave you with a few more options that you can go with. Its cannonball fire is really good on demo. Its shotgun fire on demo is decent. It works well against small things. I like the bouncing mechanics. I like that it's pretty much like a nail gun with increased damage but increased spread and at an increased cost. But it does do well against small Zeds and medium Zeds quite well, and its big explosion does very well against Skrakes and extremely well against Flesh Pounds. So, solid option for demo. If you're going to take it on support, I think you have more options to play with on support. I would recommend going with the larger capacity magazines instead of the faster reload with support, though, if you're going to take it. Mostly because it makes use of those 2 extra rounds, so you get 5 shots with it. 5 shots being the highest damage shotgun is pretty strong, and it has a fairly quick reload by itself. Pairing it with either the HZ12 if you don't have the carry weight, assuming you prestige or you're not high enough leveled, or pairing it with the AA12 would be the way to go if you're going to do that. If you're not, you're just going to go, well, I still want Doomstick, or I still want something else, like maybe the Boomstick or the M4. The quicker reload's probably better for you then. I think it's fine for either of the classes. I think it's better for demo, mostly because support already has good guns that fall into these categories of something that does really high damage at close range. We've already got the M4, we've got the double barrel, we've got the Doomstick, so you got plenty of options there. It does work better, though, if you're an HZ12 fan. Whoever that might be out there. I don't know a whole lot of people that really enjoy that weapon, but it does pair very well with it, oddly enough, just because of both of them wanting to have a higher magazine count rather than a faster reload, since they both reload just fine. So that's my thoughts on the Blunderbuss. I think it's a fun weapon. I think it's good. If you want to pay for it, you can. I don't think it's meta-defining, so I don't think it's necessary for either of the arsenals, especially with the new weapons added, like the Kaboomstick. The demo's arsenal gives them a whole new weapon to play with that's really, really good. And support has always been good. It's always been very user-friendly, and all their weapons don't kind of already fill the same job that the Blunderbuss does. If you are on PC, though, have fun. Type in these cheats. Try it out for yourself. And next time we're going to be looking at the weapon that everybody is calling overpowered, and that's the G18C for the Gunslinger, because Gunslinger needed to be more overpowered than it already was, apparently. So we're going to be testing that out next time. And then I didn't actually try a lot of the DLC weapons, so if you guys would like to see me play more DLC weapons, then leave that down in the comments below. Tell me if you'd like to see more Killing Floor videos, or more of any kind of videos. If you'd like to catch me live, I go live every Tuesday, with last week being an exception. Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. And we do a charity stream at the end of every month, the last Sunday of every month. This charity stream coming up recently on the 31st of May is going to be supporting Anime for Humanity. And we're going to be playing Alien Isolation. So if you'd like to see that live, then head on over to the Twitch channel where we're going to be playing that live. Also, just head on over there, give me a follow, then you can see whenever I go live, see if you want to watch anything that I'm playing live. Right now we're playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's been a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Tell me what your thoughts are of the Blunderbuss. Tell me of other builds that you would suggest with the Blunderbuss that I may have not considered. And you guys have a great day. So I will talk to all of you guys next time. Till then, stay cool. And bye!